Hello, my name is Blinsky. Perhaps you know a little child in need of joy, a little toy for a girl or boy. Well, then come on down to House of Blinsky, where happiness and smiles can be bought at bargain prices. We have toys to suit all tastes, like doll with sack of attachable heads, wind-up merry-go-round with wolves chasing tiny children. Don't they look like they are having fun? Pox victim action figure with real boil-bursting action. We even have little monkey. Say hello, Piccolo. So come on down to House of Blinsky today, and your little ones will soon be screaming with joy. And remember, is no fun, is no Blinsky.
Hey Dungeoneers, thanks for joining us for another episode. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell icon to be notified every time we post a new video. Doing so gives us advantage on our Constitution saves against the almighty algorithm. Thanks Dungeoneers, and take your listen with advantage. When last we left our heroes, Winnie learned of Pasha's origins, and the party spent a revelrous night with the Berserkers after defeating the Gulthias tree. Setting off for Vallaki, they were waylaid on the road by a pack of hungry wolves. While the canines posed little threat to our heroes, the party's animal companions proved a more vulnerable target. But with a strong defense, our heroes prevailed. Returning to Vallaki at last, the party saw Rictavio enjoying a meal with a most colorful companion, the famed Blinsky. What surprises will this teetering toy maker have for our heroes? Find out now on the Strahdcast. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Shuffle off this mortal coil and transport yourselves to the far, foggy realm of Barovia. So as you make your way in and Rictavio introduces you to Blinsky, he turns to you all and says, "Hello, my name is Blinsky."
I'm curious if that's the way he normally talks all the time.
I don't know, but I think I like it.
Is that on your shoulder?
Oh, hello, little girl. I have something. Just you wait. And he pulls out the neck of his, gestures robes and reaches his whole arm, down the front of his,
Drogar is like, cover your eyes, Winnie!
He pulls,
How dare you in public!
He pulls something out in a clenched fist, and he extends a hand towards you and deposits in your hand what looks like one of those Russian nesting dolls.
What does it look like?
The outside of
like
it
a
just
lady?
looks like a sweet. It's painted delicately with a sweet little girl with curling hair in a nice sort of red polka dot dress.
Does it look like it twists off?
Yeah, it's one of those nesting dolls.
I'm gonna twist off!
Yeah, so as you open it up, the next layer, it seems to be the same girl but older. And as you continue to go, every time you open it up, she gets older and more decrepit.
Whoa!
And by the end, it's just, she's clearly a corpse. With the flesh sagging off of her face. All of her hair, a few stringy curls still cling to her desiccated skull.
Hold on, I need to negotiate my feelings and Winnie's feelings about this.
Yeah, Kaz watches this and goes, well, now I'm depressed.
Drogar looks at the nesting doll and just goes, dear God. You call this a child's toy?
A precious gift for a precious girl.
I get to keep this?
Is for you. And remember, is no fun, is no Blinsky.
Callister yells with him.
Who's going to be the one to tell him that girl has an eye in it?
Girls have two eyes.
Kaz,
What?
you're going to give me a concussion, love.
Don't tempt me.
Did you make this with your hands?
My own too.
Are all your toys spooky?
What do you mean?
Huh. I don't know.
What you mean?
I am a purveyor of of wonderful toys for wonderful little girls and boys. Enjoys!
Holy shit.
Well, you broke Campbell.
Well, so as I believe I mentioned my friend my friend Blinsky to you before. So glad you all got a chance to finally meet.
No, he's a real delight, Victorio.
Ah, that he is. He's a real spark of light in this dour place.
You keep interesting company, friend.
Well, you know, to keep things interesting, one must.
Callister walks over to him discreetly, and he goes, "So, this Blinsky fella, he's not really a schmuck. He's part of your plan to kill Strahd, right?"
My friend, when it comes to Blinsky, what you see is what you get. Enjoy it.
Callister just groans.
This, and he points to the monkey on his shoulder, is Piccolo!
Piccolo!
He is my greatest friend! Would you like to say hello?
I would love to say hello. I get all the presents.
He hands the monkey, he hands the monkey over. The monkey's just sort of resignedly, like, you know, he's holding him under his armpits and he just sort of resignedly looks at him.
Can I hold him in my hands? How
Yeah,
big is he?
he hands him to you and he just kind of goes limp in your arms and just looks into your eyes.
I'm gonna hold him like a little baby.
He lets you.
I'm gonna turn away from the table and say, Piccolo, are you okay?
Stop!
Piccolo, if you need help, chirp twice.
He just starts chewing on his own fingers.
Piccolo. Piccolo. What does he like best? Can I try and put him on my shoulder?
Yeah, and as you maneuver him, he like climbs up and sits on your shoulder and just starts smelling his feet. And he just hangs out there. Well, you lot have been gone for quite some time. Anything exciting happen out there on the road? You needn't regale me with the whole tale now. I can see from the look on your faces that you have, but it's just good to see you home safe.
We've had some adventures, but I actually had a couple things I wanted to check in with you about.
By all means. I am ever at your service, after all.
So, we have some business to do. I'm not going to speak for the rest of the group, but to me, the most prescient thing seems to be something we have to wait for far in the distance.
Right?
We've been wanting to get the guards back at the gate.
Uh-huh.
And we're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Sure.
Seems like our options are either kill the Baron, which I don't think any of us want to do, but wouldn't be upset if that somehow happened, or dispatch of Lady Walkturn. But then she has some kind of ceremony that happens on the new moon. Is it the full moon, the new moon, no moon, full moon, new moon? Do you know anything about them goings-ons?
I've heard some tell. You know, she's got something of a book club that she lets on in her basement. That's my understanding of it. I've heard tell, but new moon's still quite some time away. So you're looking to fill time until that date. Is that what you're after?
Yeah. Or if there's something we can do now about the matter.
If there was a way that you could make the new moon come faster, probably wouldn't need any help defeating Strahd. As we can't do that, I think there's not much left to do but wait.
All right, mate. You just seem to be full of surprises. I didn't know if you had something up your sleeve. Or better yet, something else under that cap. And then I wink.
Well, you know me. A bard is never sorted from his instrument.
I want to look over and see if, oh my god, what's his name? Othro. Wait!
Piccolo.
The little boys.
Callister.
Erwin?
No.
Danica?
Brand.
Nope.
Erwin?
Strahd.
Ismark?
Yes. I want to see if Ismark is behind the bar.
Yes, he is.
Oh boy.
Okay, then I'm going to say to Blinsky while you guys are talking, I'm going to say, can I walk around with Piccolo?
He seems very comfortable with you. Please, enjoy.
Okay, so I'm going to take my little Russian nesting doll, and I'm going to take my monkey, and I'm going to go over to the bar and hang up on a bar
Climb
stool.
up on one of the stools.
And say, Ismark.
Oh, you're back. Oh, how excellent. You've been gone for quite some time.
We sure have. We almost got ate by wolves today.
What?
We almost got ate by wolves on the way here right now.
What?
Isn't that crazy?
Yes, it is. You're being very nonchalant about that, Winnie.
At this point, I don't know, like, weird things have happened to me where I'm like, yeah, wolves is okay, because so many other things are so much worse.
I suppose that's quite a healthy attitude.
I need to talk something out with somebody, and I'm wondering if you will talk it out with me.
I'm happy to aid, to add any aid. Yes.
And because I'm
I
curious.
think we thought this guy was going to help us fight and kill someone.
God bless him. Oh, bless him. I'm gonna be like, Ismark, why don't you pour us both a drink?
What would you like?
Surprise me.
Okay. What the fuck?
I think you just hit the reset button.
Serve the young lady a drink.
He's not going to give you any wine.
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, Ismark. I didn't mean to stress you out.
No, it's okay. I'm just trying to think what else. It's like, it's just not, it's wine and water. It's pretty much all you get in Barovia.
Milk?
Okay.
No milk?
Not really.
Wolf milk?
Wolf milk. Anyway, yeah. He gets you some grape juice.
Thank you.
Oh.
Okay.
One for himself.
Awesome. I talked to Irina some more.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
How is she?
She's good. She was talking to me in code because she's very smart.
Uh-huh.
And I think that she is going to try to escape.
From Castle Ravenloft?
I think she is going to try to make a great escape.
Well, that seems like a very, very bad idea. So
I am feeling that way too. So here's what I am freaking out about.
Mm-hmm.
I am like, what if her great escape succeeds? And what if she's about to make her great escape and it's going to succeed, but then we go over there to have dinner and then it's like her plan is ruined? Like, what if we go over there to have dinner and her plan is ruined because then Strahd is going to keep extra eyes on her? Or like, what if something bad happens? But also, I kind of a little bit want to stop her. So I kind of do like, nobody wants to do this, but now suddenly I'm like, maybe we should go over there.
Goodness, that is all a lot to carry around. I don't know, Winnie. To escape from Castle Ravenloft, even if you were to be successful, it's not as if we can then escape from Barovia.
Mm-hmm.
Strahd is master not just at the castle, but everywhere.
That's true.
If she were to escape against his wishes, I don't...
He would just maybe go pick her up
I
again.
feel like he would just come after her again.
Oh, doe. Okay.
But I don't know. Maybe if she's with, if she does manage to escape and she's with you, perhaps that is the safest place for her. I don't know. It wouldn't make it the safest place for you to be, but it may be the safest place for her. I don't know. This is all a lot.
Callister discreetly walks over, having eavesdropped on this.
Okay.
And he goes, Winnie, love, I'm concerned about her too. I know I don't talk about her much, and I see the weight that you carry around with you. And I wouldn't be opposed to dining with Strahd if that is truly the best thing. If we were to get it back, though, we do now have the bones. We might be able to make a safe place for her.
Maybe we should talk about this with everybody somewhere secret.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And I will say, I've known my sister a very, very long time. If she set her mind to something, it's quite a task talking her out of it.
That's really true, Odo.
Reminds me of someone.
That's a nice compliment.
I don't know if there's much more I'm able to offer, but if there is anything you need from me in the pursuit of making sure my sister is safe, I will do all I can.
Thanks, Ismark.
But of course.
Sorry to stress you out with all
Oh,
this,
I'm always
too.
stressed. It's all right. It sort of just comes with the territory.
Yeah. Maybe that's a good attitude.
I think so.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to raise my little glass and clink his glass.
Cheers, Winnie.
Cheers, Ismark, to just being stressed out.
Yes. Well, it's quite... I have often found that even if you are just barely holding things together, you can still get a lot done. And so think about that. If you can get all of that done when you're just barely holding things together, think of all you'll be able to accomplish once you're feeling better. Wow. Yes.
Wow!
Yes. It's really something to think about, isn't it?
Did you know that you are wise?
Oh, well, I don't know about that, but I am still alive.
Wow. Thanks, Ismark. I
Thank
feel
you.
better.
I'm so glad.
Can I help you out with anything? I have a monkey now.
I'm getting much better at it, actually.
Okay.
I've become quite
I have a
good.
monkey.
Well, who's your friend?
This is...
I have a monkey. There's 4 more hands because their
I
feet are
know,
good.
we can really help. I have... this is Piccolo? Have you met Piccolo?
No, I haven't. Hello, Piccolo.
This is Piccolo. This is Ismark.
Oh,
Blinsky just handed me a very spooky doll and also a monkey.
Oh, yes, Rotavio's friend. He's quite interesting, isn't he?
Do you know anything secrets about him? Is he a nice guy?
No, I don't... Well, I don't know.
I'm sorry.
He
now
looks-
I'm very suspicious
He
of
looks
everybody.
sort of nice.
He does look very
He makes
nice.
toys for children, so I don't know how... I don't know.
Would this be a weird children's toy here?
What is...
And
oh,
I'm
any-
gonna undo the little doll until it gets to a corpse. This is like a normal toy.
What is
No, that's pretty weird.
Even by Barovia's standards.
No, that's weird.
Thank you. That's good to know. I didn't know if like all kids were also just living with death all day.
I don't know.
Okay. Good talking, Mark.
Yes, thank you, Winnie.
Okay.
I'm glad to see you're back.
Hey, I'm glad to see you too. I really look forward to seeing you and telling you about Irina when I hear new stuff.
Thank you. And thank you for doing all you do to make sure she's okay.
Thanks, man. I hope we're doing a good job.
Me too, Winnie. Me too.
Okay. Thanks, Mark.
Mhm.
And I'll run back over to where everybody is.
Okay, this doesn't have to happen now. Like, we can do other business, but at some point, Callister would like to go out and find the guard that he persuaded his socks
Lars.
off. And
Lars.
check in on Lars and his real girl.
Okay.
That's a
Yes,
dated
no.
reference.
So whatever we want to do,
yeah,
like,
no,
let's
that's
do this
fine.
stuff
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
But at some point, I want to circle back and check in with Lars.
Yeah, is there anything else anybody wants to do, like, in the tavern now?
Drink some wine.
I'd like to talk to Rotavia. So I'd like to kind of go up to him. Maybe I'd go grab a couple drinks. One for him, one for me, from my good pal Ismark. Throw Ismark a little extra tip because I can tell he's struggling.
Yeah.
And then, I'll come up to Rotavia and hand him a drink and a hello, friend.
Hello to you. Welcome back.
Thank you. Question I have for you.
Fire away.
Your friend Teef.
Aye.
Think you could bring me for a friendly visit later tonight?
But of course. What did you have in mind?
I'd just like to get to know him a little better. Maybe bring him a snack or two.
Well, you do see one for a talent for animal friendship. I don't see why not.
You think he'd like to be friends with my friend Sasha over there?
Oh, I'm sure they get along famously. He talks a big game, but he's a real softy at heart.
Oh, you let me know when you have some time. I'd love to pay him a visit.
We'll do just that. I look forward to it.
Me too, friend. Cheers him and go about
Clink.
my business.
All right, great.
Well, I'll just say, Blinsky, I'd really like to come see your shop sometime.
Yes, I would love if you were to do this. It is a special place where I make my masterpieces.
And where is that place, Blinsky?
Oh, not far from here. You will know it when you see it.
Okay, we're gonna come and pay you a visit. Would you like Piccolo back?
Oh, but of course, if you are finished with him.
Oh, wait! I run back over to Ismark.
Okay.
Ismark,
What?
do you have a little scrap that I can feed Piccolo?
But sure, yes, of course.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a scrap and I'm gonna try and feed it. What is it, like a little piece of bread or something?
Sure.
I'm gonna try and feed Piccolo a little piece of bread.
He takes a few sniffs of it and then holds it in his little monkey hands and starts just nibbling on it.
Okay. So then on the walk back, I'll keep feeding Piccolo as much bread as I can feed him because he looks a little weak. And then I'll come back over and then I'll be like, okay, here you go. Here's your Piccolo.
Yeah, and Blinsky holds out his hands and Piccolo just kind of walks from your shoulder onto his outstretched palms and goes back up to Blinsky's shoulder.
Bye, Piccolo.
Blaze, I would love to see all of you in my shop anytime. You are always welcome.
We got to do that.
Thank you, Master Crafter.
Thanks, Mr. Blinsky.
I am no master, not quite yet.
Not from what I've seen.
Ah, you're too kind.
You're great, mate. They're just as much fun as your toys.
And I'm gonna take my spooky little doll.
You bitch.
I'm gonna put my spooky little doll in my bag and then look around at everybody and be like, what's the move?
I want to get this monkey to do some recon for us. That's what I want.
Gosh, if you get Piccolo killed.
So here you are in the blue water. What's the plan?
So did you bring your plan to us about Lars, or did you just say that?
Hi, folks.
Where'd you come from? Where'd you go?
It's me, Cal's not been here the whole time, remember?
Oh, yeah, okay.
We really have to pay better attention, Kay.
So this doesn't sit well with me at all, right? Arena being stuck with Strahd doesn't sit well with me. Guards not being at the town gates
Doesn't sit well with
me.
you.
This monkey sits well on your shoulders, Winnie.
So good. Good boy.
So, I want to try to handle one thing at a time, right? And I mean it, Winnie. If you want to get Arena, if you want to sit down to dinner,
Callister, have you been drinking?
this is my pleasant demeanor. Callister says to the group, none of these things sit well with me, and I personally would like to start making some progress. So, I think I want to check in with Lars. He seemed to be like someone who was actually in agreement and on our side. Didn't seem too happy to be following the Baron's rules. So, while we're waiting for the new moon, maybe we can start putting some things into motion. And he's been here the whole time. Mm-hmm. So, I would like to check in with him.
Okay.
How's that sound to you?
Yeah, let's
folks?
all go.
Yeah?
We must be prepared to encounter the Baron and his pet if we go anywhere near
Oh my
him.
gosh. I forgot about Isaac. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we should find out where the Baron's mental state is at. And, oh my gosh, it could have gotten worse.
I could almost guarantee that is the case.
Should we see the Baron?
I
don't think we'll gain anything from our audience with his lordship.
Okay.
think if anybody...
I think we'd all just end up way more frustrated than before we went in.
Yeah, that's true.
Who's the first mate of this town? Not the cap. Who's second in command in this town?
Honestly,
question.
I think it's Donica, but I don't think that's what's written on the books.
Maybe it's written on the books, like, maybe in the books it's like, is Lady Walker in the books?
Well, she's definitely part of the aristocracy of the town.
Well, it was Vasily.
Oh,
that dirty rat!
God.
We speak not of his name.
That
here.
dirty rat!
When I was on the ship one time, our captain was walking across the decks, and a really heavy line hit him in the head, and he got knocked out. And the first mate was the one who took command until he woke up. We don't have to kill the Baron.
But we can knock him out.
We could just, incapacitate him for some amount of time.
I think he's kind of incapacitated now.
Well, yeah, but he
he's
can
still doing bad
talk and stuff.
Guys, are
But,
you saying
we
you
would
want to
knock him
incapacitate the Baron?
Well, if someone's going to do it, and you're asking me to, I wouldn't say no.
Kaz,
Well, it's settled then.
What, Kaz, do you think you could take Isaac?
Well, I'm feeling a little nervous about that, actually.
What?
I think a normal Isaac you could, but there's something weird going on with his furry arm. I've been trying to sort that fella out.
Something about him makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up.
Yeah.
He's not what he seems. I think he's worse than what he
something.
seems.
When he squished me with that arm, it was like that arm was even extra more powerful than an arm.
It was like a foot.
Nope. Not like a foot.
No, Callister. Not like a foot at all. Oh my
Sorry.
God.
Callister's trying to live, laugh, love until he turns into a werewolf.
How was one supposed to live, laugh, love, in Barovia? No, but I think we should check in with Lars.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go over to the Baron's place and see if Lars is out there.
But we must be prepared to run into the Baron.
Okay.
And should we run into the Baron, what are we to say?
How about we say, nah, don't give the DM any ideas.
Listen here, you meta motherfucker!
Maybe we should tell him. Nope. I have had this crazy thought before. I've had these crazy thoughts, but not so crazy. Maybe if we run into him, we'd be like, "We got you. We're on it." But we'd be really, really vague.
We are not. We are telling the truth.
That's really true, though.
Whoa. I got an idea. We're just talking about going to his work. Like, he has a life. He has friends. I'm sure he probably even comes to the Blue Tavern at some point. We could try to find a way to cross paths with him when he's not in the Baron's vicinity.
Isaac? Or the Baron you talking about?
I'm talking about Lars.
You talking about Lars?
Yeah. I want to talk to Lars.
Right.
I want to find him, check in with him, see what he knows, and maybe give him some directives. And you were saying if we do that, we might run into the Baron.
Correct.
So I want to circumnavigate that whole issue and, run into him at a bar. Or maybe, see where he hangs out. Or see what he does off duty. Buy him a drink.
That's a sailing term.
What's that?
Circumnavigate.
Oh,
You're rubbing off on me, love.
that's really cool when you say big words like that.
Thank you.
Circumnavigate.
Circumnavigate.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Amazing.
Drogar just deadpans, looks at you, Kaz, and just
man.
goes, "We're all going to die."
That was beautiful.
And then,
Should we?
and then if we meet the Baron and things go bad, I'll introduce him to my two friends, Fist and Other Fist.
Yes.
So, I have an
We
idea.
really
Okay,
have to
what's
work
your
on
idea?
those names.
I have an idea.
What?
Well, I'll let this joke finish. Please continue.
I'm done.
My idea.
Joke landed. Nailed it.
What if I go
Get it.
scouting on the rooftops and I keep track of laws from a distance, and if there's any business you all want to do around town, you can get that done. And then when I find out his routine, I'll find a safe time to cross paths with Lars.
Okay, I think that's a really good idea. The other idea would be to roll up to where Lars is, probably outside the Baron's house, probably still protecting the Baron, and be like, "Oh, hello, friend. What time do you get off work? And we'll be at the Blue Water then." And kind of try and set up a meeting so we actually do know exactly where he's going to be and when. Do you know what I mean?
That's great.
But I don't. If you want to jump on the roof, I don't want to stop
No,
you.
I can jump on the roof on my own time. That saves us a lot of time.
Let's just, we can go and
I can even jump on the roof on my way there.
you can. We can just go be sneaky and be like, "What time do you get off?"
Should we write him a little note and slip it in his hand?
That's a good idea.
Can I do the slipping?
Of course you can. You're so sneaky.
I have really sloppy handwriting. Do you mind writing it?
Oh.
I got it.
Okay. So the plan is to write Lars a note to say, "Meet us tonight in the Blue Water."
Yeah.
Yes.
And go to the burgomaster's mansion, slip it in his hands, and then
Have you been eavesdropping?
The plan, TM, is we have no plan.
No, that's a great plan.
No, this is a great
Okay.
plan.
That's a great plan.
Should we go?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right. Joe, may I see your note?
Hold on.
As long as I don't have to do any sneaking.
The penmanship must be immaculate.
It didn't go very well last time.
All right, so you write out the note.
Wait. And what am I reading? What does it say?
To whom it may concern.
What does it say?
Go on.
One of my favorite things about this campaign is everybody's Drogar impressions.
It's so good.
Whip your ass.
I think it says, "To whom it may concern," parentheses, Lars.
Yeah. You're cordially invited to meet us.
Whenever, if you retire from your post at any point tonight, come by the Blue Water Inn and knock on whatever room we're in. Does that make sense? Because then he can come find us.
Room number 3.
When you retire from your post tonight, come to the Blue Water Inn and knock on the door of room 3.
There will be food and food and wine waiting for
Yes. Cool. I think that's good.
Signed, the Goon Fox.
And now we roll out.
Great. Here
Okay.
we go. So, writing the note up, you make your way back out of the Blue Water and through the town. Back up the sort of sloping hill, which leads in the center of town, which leads to the burgomaster's mansion. And as you approach, the sounds of a crowd start to meet your ears.
you. Oh, Lordy.
Oh my god.
Lordy B.
Why didn't I think anything bad was going to happen?
Why did we think that this was all going to go our way?
This is the game. You just made a choice. It's fine. This is how the game works.
No, I'm not saying it's not. I just for some reason I just said totally at peace.
Tim, can we reload a save point?
No. But yes, making your way up to the Burgomaster's mansion, there's a crowd of people outside. And you see that sort of array of guards standing by the Burgomaster's mansion with this crowd. It's not huge. It's not a huge crowd. It's not more than 30 people or so. But, it's more than you've ever seen before. What would you like to do?
Boo. Do they look angry?
Yes.
Drogar will walk up to one of the...
Not angry. It's tense.
Okay.
The atmosphere is
Is it like raised fists and yelling?
No, I'm sorry. That's a great question. Yeah, it's not like it's not a riot about to be broken out, but like they're up and they're agitated and they're like yelling they seem to be just like yelling at the facade of the building.
Okay. I can't see anything.
What building did you say this was?
This is the Burgomaster's mansion.
Okay.
Drogar will take Winnie and put her up on his shoulder.
Winnie,
What do you see?
Are there guards still around the
You
building?
can see them. Yeah. They're still, and they look really stressed out.
Are they do they look like they're pointing spears at townsfolk?
No, they don't have their
anything?
weapons leveled. They're still just sort of standing at attention. But you
Okay.
can
Is
give me a insight check.
Insight check. Okay.
Tell me, Winnie, do you see
Give her
Lars up
guidance.
there?
Give her guidance.
Guidance.
Natural
She
one.
needs it.
I am a very lucky halfling, and I'm going to re-roll my first one with my halfling luck.
You can.
Yes, you are, Winnie! Yes!
I don't know why you don't do it more.
Oh no.
Well,
Insight?
Yeah.
Very lucky indeed.
11.
+3.
14.
Yeah, so it looks like you can see none of the guards are seem to be able to meet eyes with the people standing outside.
Do I see Lars?
Yes.
I do see Lars. Okay.
he up there,
I'm
Winnie?
gonna lean down to Drogar and say, Lars is up there. He's up there. It doesn't look like it's violent yet, but it does not look good.
Well, we want to talk to him, right?
Can you get this note to Lars?
Oh,
I can get any way you need me to be.
Attaboy.
That's a
And I
lot
hand him
smarter
the
than what I
note,
was thinking.
and I let him
you be a sneaky sneak.
Okay, so Callister flips his hood up. He surveys the crowd, and he starts clocking different people and adopting their body language, trying to blend in. So his cloak's up.
This
and he
motherfucker
keeps,
Assassin's Creed.
and he keeps shifting and taking on different people's body language. And he gets to the front where, when I'm towards the front of the crowd, I'm not revealed yet. Where is Lars in relation to me?
You can see him. He's just standing by the front door. But give me a performance check to make your way through the crowd like this.
Moan.
I haven't rolled in a minute.
Everybody cross your
Dice
fingers.
Tower, yes.
Okay, where's my book?
No. Why does that one monk have shorter robes and a bunch of knives?
I got a 15.
Great. So, yeah, you weave your way, putting your hood up, you weave your way through the crowd. And as you make your way through, you pick up on, just some of the shouted phrases as you make your way through. It's things like, it's your job to protect us. You can't just stay locked up in there. Come on out, you coward. We're running out of grain, etc., 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 etc. And you make your way up and you see Lars. He sort of looks up for a second and you see recognition dawn on his face as you take your place at the front of the crowd. What do you want to do?
Okay, so when he sees me,
Mm-hmm.
I lock eyes with him and I snap my fingers and I make a minor illusion.
Okay.
And the minor illusion is I'm looking at the note and I'm voicing it next to his ear. And except I'm going to add a preamble, which will be, Mike, I know this isn't a situation you want to be in. Find us at the Blue Water Inn, and then I go through what's on the note.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great.
And then I keep looking at him to see if he comprehends it or not.
Do you give him the physical copy?
If I can get close enough and he's willing.
If you want to, yeah. I mean, you're not the line of the crowd, and then where the guards are. There's not more than 2 or 3 feet between.
Okay, so then
they're up on the.
So
guards,
then I do that,
Uh-huh.
and then I turn to go, and I put my hand out.
Give me a sleight of hand.
Come on, baby.
Guidance.
Thank you, D.
Can you give him guidance?
Can you is guidance
No,
touch?
far away.
It's touch.
Touch.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna need it. It's a goodie.
Nice.
That was the D20 in the Dice Tower.
The D20. I think my sleight of
That
hand.
sweet dice tower you got.
So it's a 21.
Great. Yeah, you sort of just effortlessly.
While I'm
there's
turning.
a lot going on, and in fact, this is maybe your, kind of coming up, as you did, Callister. In the cities, this is perhaps the environment you're best suited
On the
to stealth through.
streets.
Favorite terrain.
Really crowded areas is
Yeah.
maybe actually where you operate best in stealth. Blending in with the noise rather than disappearing entirely.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, exactly. So you effortlessly sort of just, you see him, he grabs hold of the note, the dead drop is perfect. Nobody seems to take notice. And you see it slip it underneath his breastplate, and he gives you a little nod.
All right, and then I glide my way through the crowd. I get back to our gang, and I report back my events.
So you all are abreast of what just happened.
Okay.
See, I was just going to start throwing people. That went much better, I think.
Next time.
Okay.
Is there anything we should do about this situation now?
We can try to talk to the people, but I don't know what good it's going to do. They're not wrong. We can tell them we're working on it.
Well, I heard them yelling something about grain.
Are they getting hungry?
If maybe there's something we can do to did we take any meat back from the wolves?
We did have a wolf. I think we decided to take one.
Yeah, because I
wolf.
wanted a pelt.
Yeah.
I look over to Drogar and I go,
That's not going to feed all
we
these
can't
people,
feed all
though.
of them, but could we whip something up?
We can
Maybe
make
a
nice
stew? You can make a stew stretch. With a whole wolf, you could make a stew stretch.
I'll get right on it.
So, yeah, I mean, it is a crowd of like 30 people here.
It's a big wolf, right?
Do I see anybody I recognize in the crowd? Like, I just feel bad kind of leaving it like this, even though we know exactly what's going on and that we can't really do that much about it.
That's why I say let's make a stew. We can boil the bones. We can make broth. We can give them something. Something's better than nothing.
Okay.
Tell you what, if there's a way that we can get them to the blue water in an orderly fashion, they have all the things I need to make this stew.
I don't want to overwhelm Danica either, though. You know, like just inviting 30 people over to her place.
Well, we would need it, again, organized fashion. Single file line.
I just want to talk to one person. Can you put me down real quick?
Of course.
I'm going to run up to a lady that looks like a mom.
Okay, you do so.
And I'm going to, like, tug on her, like, skirt like a little kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's one, at sort of the back of the crowd, there's one woman, just sort of standing, with her hands against, sort of, almost in a sort of praying gesture against her chest, standing next to a man who presumably would be her husband, who is kind of like shouting some of these things, and she just looks concernedly, forward at the house, and feeling your tug on your dress, she kind of looks around, and then looks down at you. Hello, little one. What can I do for you?
I just got here. I'm from out of town. What's going on?
Out of town? From Kresk?
Yes.
Deception?
Well, I'm sorry, little one. I would recommend you go back to where you came from with all haste. I assure you it is better than Vallaki these days. The Burgomaster, ever since a vicious attack here by the devil himself in our own city, has locked himself away inside, and the people, we do not feel safe. Nothing is running as it should. All the shipments of food have stopped coming. We're just not quite sure what to do.
Where does your food get shipped in from?
Well, most of our food comes from the farmers in Barovia.
Is there anything that anybody could do to help around here?
Unless you can make the Baron start doing his job, I don't know.
Has anybody seen him in a while?
No, not since the attack.
Okay.
That is why people are so angry.
Do you know who Izek is?
Of course.
Have you seen him around?
He wanders some days, checking in on things, doing his duties.
When he checks, what do you mean checks in on things?
I mean, he checks in on people sometimes to make sure that they have everything that they need.
He comes and knocks on your door and comes into your house and makes sure that you have everything
I can't
you need?
really talk about it.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You should go back to Kresk.
Okay. I'm gonna run away now. Okay.
What did you find out?
Not really much a lot. It's yeah, they're getting hungry. Apparently the shipments of food from the farmers in Barovia are not coming in.
Well,
I don't know, do we already know that?
no.
That's news to me.
That is news.
Because I know that I stole that carrot, like, 2 weeks ago, and they were having trouble even growing little puny carrots, so maybe it's just that the land is, like, not doing good. Do you think it's bigger than that?
But when we arrived, there was plenty of food in the town.
I personally would like to investigate and try to get these people fed.
Yeah.
I think there is no harm in taking the wolf that we had and making enough food for as many people as can eat it.
Okay.
And I can always water down the broth to make it not as
Boil the
hearty.
bones.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna run back to that lady real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna tug on her skirt.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna see, hey, if you're hungry, come to the blue water tonight. Pass it on. And then I'm gonna run away.
Ooh, I like this.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh dear. Come on.
Guidance.
Guidance? Oh yeah. Thank you.
With advantage.
Yeah. That's a 19.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, not bad.
The Blue Water, the tavern.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't much coin for fare, I'm afraid.
I think we can make it work. I promise.
Where did you say you were from again?
Somewhere around Kresk.
Perhaps we shall see you there, then.
Yes. And then I run away again.
And Drogar will walk up to. Is there another person of interest that's in the crowd that looks like
Yeah. What are you trying to do?
the same thing? I'm trying to get the news
spread the
spreading.
word.
I said pass it on. I think you're gonna pass it on. To pass it on is sacred.
It's handled.
It is. It's,
Very well. Kaz, the wolf, please.
Okay, but I keep the pelt.
So great. So what's the plan? Going back to the Blue Water and
as we walk back to, I'd like to chat with the group if we're at that point yet.
So we're starting to head away from the crowd?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd like to kind of look at everyone and think we're going to have to address this issue with the Baron sooner rather than later.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to go on like this for another week
I
and a
think
half.
we are running out of time.
Ezek looks like a tough guy, but I think we're going to have to give them an ultimatum. Either they let the guards protect the town, or we let the guards protect the town.
What's he going to do with an old tomato?
What the lady said was
Ultimatum, my dear friend.
that Ezek
My God.
comes around and she said he checks in on people and makes sure that everything is okay. I think he comes into people's houses and is making sure nobody is talking shit on the Baron or something. That's not good.
You're saying extortion, perhaps?
I don't know what that means.
I think our friend Kaz here can show Ezek what that will earn him.
Oh boy, oh my gosh. Okay.
I don't know why everyone's looking for a fight with Ezek. I think that should be a last
I really
resort.
love everyone encouraging me to get angry when everyone knows is not my favorite thing.
They're sensitive!
Listen, I don't want to fight Ezek, but he seems like he's the Baron's whipping dog. And if we're going to have to take control of the guards and allow them to do their jobs, we're going to have to wrestle control from the Baron.
Well, there's certainly something peculiar about Ezek. Perhaps it is the devil's will over him in some way, shape, or form.
Is there a way to bind him up? Because it doesn't... I'll tell you this much. It doesn't seem like the gods themselves are loyal to the Baron.
That sounds kind of like what I was saying. We just right fist and nub the other one.
So, Drogar, how strong is your hold person? Does it include hold bare arm?
I might have another spell that might work. It depends on what type of creature Ezek is really.
This might involve a little scouting mission.
Do you want a sneaky sneak?
You know I love a little sneaky sneak and a little piggy peek.
I'm kind of curious, what he's up to, visiting all these people, and
Yeah.
Me too.
maybe he's working for Pinkerton.
All right, friends. I have something to suggest.
Crossover!
Okay.
I have something to suggest.
What is this, a crossover episode?
It seems like there's a lot we can get done at the same time. If Drogar, if you're willing, can hop on starting to make the wolf stew, I'll help with whatever you need. And then when I've done all I can help you with that, I can start trying to find out a little more about Ezek to see if there is a way to bind him up. And then I don't know what the rest of y'all want to do. Another thing I've been curious about is what's going on with the food and the supply lines, because there might be something to do there as well.
Maybe Danica might know, and Erwin might know a little bit about that, because they have food coming in too.
And we brought Juan back. I'm sure there's a way. If the supply lines are in danger, I'm sure there's something we could easily do to help out.
I would say let's head back to the Blue Water, make some stew, see if any townsfolk wander over, see if we can get any information from them and Danica and go from there.
Do you guys mind if, maybe when you guys are cooking stew and doing stuff, maybe me and Pasha can go to the toy store for a minute?
Is he in
Pasha
town?
with us?
No, let's say that he waited outside again.
Back to the Blue Water.
Back to the Blue Water.
You do so. Entering back in, Blinsky's not still there. But you do see now Danica behind the bar also with Ismark. So, plan is to cook up a stew for everybody at the Blue Water.
Is this not what you were expecting?
And Dan is gonna spy on Azek.
Yes.
Dan's
well,
gonna do some
yeah.
scouting, and I'm going to Toys R Us.
Okay.
Right.
Battle station.
I'd like to see Teef if time allows.
Sure, great.
Are we
So-
all just okay with her
Before
going to the
Winnie-
kind of creepy toy store by herself? I'll go
Before
with her.
before Winnie,
Did you see how hard she guiding bolted Pasha? I think Winnie's fine.
I'd still like to go with her.
before Winnie goes, Drogar goes, "Now, Winnie, I'm not usually good at this sort of thing, but well," and he reaches into his coat pocket and he pulls
Incoming
out
dad
2
moment.
gold coins, and he goes, "Now I want you to spend this wisely, and I want you to get yourself something that you'll really enjoy."
You're giving me an allowance?
And he kind of gives her the 2 coins and closes her palm and goes, "No, run along. Now, nothing too spooky. I don't want you having nightmares." And then he kind of turns and
I'm running right back over to him, and I'm hugging his leg.
And Drogar just has this moment where, like, you hug his leg and he does, like, and, like, his whole body just kind of softens. And then he just goes,
Big old
and he puts an arm
softy.
around her and he's like, "You deserve it."
Thank you. And I cast light on his symbol of the light, and as I run away.
As Winnie lets go of your leg, Kaz is just standing behind her, having announced that she's going with her. Goes, I'm going too.
Cough it up, Dad.
All right.
Oh my god! Oh, that's so
That's it?
good.
I was joking, but okay, sucker.
Oh, that's so funny.
I'm going to. I'm going to.
On one condition. If her toy costs 4 gold, you cough it up.
Fine.
And
Honestly,
he gives her a wink.
honestly, I thought you were going to say nothing violent, so I'm glad that that's still on the table.
And Drogar, as Drogar goes, "Well, we're on second thought."
Too late.
She's out of there. I can't hear you.
Me and Kaz are going to the toy store.
Okay, so you to the toy
Let's
store.
go
You're
shopping.
going to the stockyard with
Shopping
Rictavia.
episode.
You are going to spy, and you are staying here in the Blue Water.
Oh, fuck, guys. We're splitting the party again.
So you want to be a TM? Well, all right. Let's do Blue Water first. So Drogar, here you are. You see Danica behind the counter. There's a few people a few customers. Aasimar and Danica are both behind the counter. What would you like to do?
I go right up to Danica. Danica,
Master Drogar, good to see you safe.
likewise. I am in need of your kitchen.
Oh, well, you and your companions are part of the family now. Yes, of course, you are welcome to it.
I have an extra request.
Very well.
We have killed a dire wolf, and we would like to cook it and feed the town.
The whole city?
Well, there was about 30 or 40 people out front of the Baron's estate, and it seems that the food shipments have not been coming in from Barovia. Is that correct?
Yes. The Baron, since closing himself off after the attack, has stopped taking care of the accounts that a city requires to maintain functioning.
Oh, no. So there are no funds.
Well, I'm sure there are plenty of funds. Whether he's willing to part with them or not is really the question.
I see. Well,
Oh, and then
Trust
Isaac
us.
is still getting taxes, and they're just not.
trust us that we are in the process of handling that. But in the meantime,
Mhm.
there are 30 starving people out there in the streets.
You're a good soul, Drogar. Such a good soul that I'm not even upset you have volunteered my kitchen to feed the
I had a feeling you wouldn't.
That's where you apologize. That's where you say, "I'm sorry, thank you."
Drogar does not apologize.
Ned, apologize.
I will make the deal even better, and that is, whatever is left over, you may keep and sell to your patrons.
Oh, so generous.
Just apologize.
Since using all of my ingredients to make the soup, I even get to keep them. Wow. Heroes indeed.
You better make it right with this lady.
I apologize for volunteering your kitchen.
Your heart was in the right place, and you're right. If we're going to save this place, we all need to pitch in. Go to, with my blessing.
Have we talked to Danica and Erwin about Dimitri yet?
No.
You
Oh,
haven't.
fuck.
We need to do that at some point.
You
flips.
Not.
I think Winnie does that.
I'll do that tonight when I get back from Toys R
Well, that
Us.
could be like a fun conversation.
I could handle it with Erwin.
Let's all talk about it.
Hold,
all
because I
talk
talked to Erwin before we even left about his son.
Let's
so
talk-
we have a
But
reputation.
already had the breakthrough.
I would love
Me
to
and
talk
Erwin
about it
are
all
drinking,
together.
bud.
Yeah, Artie
You are.
had-
Yep.
Let's all talk about it.
Okay. So you set 2, preparing the stew. So you do, Kaz gave you the wolf carcass. There's a lot of meat on a dire wolf, to be fair. So.
A lot of bones.
You go about? Yes, sir.
I have another trick up my sleeve.
What do you got?
He can turn fishes and loaves, like he can multiply them.
Well, it's funny you say that because I cast Create Food and Water.
Oh!
All right.
When did you
That's
ready
all
that?
The day before. I've only got so many 3rd level spells, and I'm not going to keep Dispel Magic on all times if I'm not going to be freaking fighting somebody.
That's just smart.
Wicked smart.
Just wicked smart.
Wicked smart.
Wicked smart kid.
Create the food in the Harvard yard.
Oh my god.
In the podcast.
Somewhere to the northeast, I hear 1,000 voices crying out in agony.
Or rage is more like it.
I must think on this
Okay,
longer.
that's great. So, so that can feed, that can sustain 15 humanoids for 24 hours.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So if you wanted to
Okay.
cast it twice, you can accommodate everyone up at the mansion.
In addition to the wolf.
And
Because my goal,
Sure, great. Okay.
my goal is to make more than enough and ultimately be able to give some to Danica
Okay, great.
as an apology.
and 24 hours is a long time. It could just be one meal.
Yeah,
for a
Sure,
lot
sure,
of
sure,
people.
sure, sure,
It
sure.
could be one meal for a ton of people.
Yeah, actually, if it's one meal, that would probably get you to 30. So if you want to use as a component in the casting of the spell, the wolf, that's fine to do. And you can also, if you want to cook it, you can give me a performance check.
Ooh.
I absolutely will.
Come on.
Give yourself some
And
guidance.
it tastes
That works.
terrible.
Can you do that?
I think you can
I
guide
can
yourself.
guidance myself,
Yeah, yeah.
actually.
I guidance myself all the time.
Yes.
That is a
Oh, shit, yeah.
23.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Nice.
So you set about working, casting the spell in conjunction with, it's just sort of using the spell. And then so you cast the spell to create this massive food. And then, you go about the using Danica's kitchen accoutrement
And he pulls out his jar of cinnamon.
to enhance the food.
No
such.
cinnamon this time. No cinnamon this
That's for
time.
breakfast. Oh,
That's for breakfast.
Coriander.
But
saffron.
I feel like he whistles HMS Penaford tunes. Like,
I
feel
knew
like
it.
Yeah.
I knew he was in a Gilbert and Sullivan men's group.
You see, we meet every Thursday. Go ahead, Ian.
That's great. So
my
by the time you
Lanta.
finish, it is you are satisfied with the outcome. It is simmering and has and the kitchen is filled with a very appealing aroma. Even Erwin comes down. At one point, he pokes his head into the kitchen and says, "Oh, it smells good.
Feel free to take a bite.
Oh, I think I will."
Sorry, drool.
Great. Let's jump to the toy store.
Oh, Tay, let's go to the store.
Going shopping.
How far away is it? So
We also
he said
don't really know where it is.
we don't know where it is, but he said that we would know it when we saw it. So let's just keep walking,
if
and we'll
you-
know it when we see it.
Well, right, but which direction do we walk? We'll know it when we
If
see
you
it.
check in with Callister, he's been keeping a map and the track of the town.
I don't know how to read a map, really. Let's walk the opposite direction of the Baron's house.
You walk.
Okay.
And it isn't too long, just making your way through town before, Blinsky was right, you do know it when you see it. It's a large building painted green and purple. And it has, on the top of it, it has like a really weather-beaten sort of bobblehead, like jester. And his head is like, the spring is kind of worn down and broken, so his head is like just kind of hanging at a weird angle, and one of the eyes has fallen out.
Horrifying.
I want to throw something at it.
Okay.
Can I just want to see it bobble.
Okay, go ahead.
Can I, like, just pick
Hurt
up?
this building before we go inside and turn
I'm
it
not
back
gonna
on.
break it. It looks like it's supposed to move.
All right, what do you want to throw?
The blood
Oh,
spear.
God.
No. What's like the D&D equivalent of a tennis ball? I want like maybe like a clod of dirt or something.
Yeah, you can find a rock.
Yeah, well the rock's too hard. I want like a clod of dirt.
You want to dig up a clod of dirt? Okay,
I
yeah, go
just
ahead.
want, like,
All right, roll the hit.
Like,
Oh,
pull up
no.
a thing of grass and just like.
Roll the hit.
The dexterity, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh God.
I just want to see it bobble. Natural 2. That's a 3.
Oh, a 2? Oh,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, so you just gather up a clod of dirt, and you kind of like huck it, trying to get it up at the sort of bobblehead gesture on top of the building, but it doesn't hold together well enough in your hands in the action of throwing it, and so it breaks up immediately and kind of splatters against the door of the building.
Well, that was unsatisfying.
At which point the door opens and Blinsky comes waddling out, and he looks at, what is all this commotion?
Excuse me. I sneezed.
Do a deception check.
Oh my God.
That's a 17 on the die for an 18.
Okay. Chaos.
You should have looked at. I'm so happy to see you again. Come on inside.
Okay, I'm running. Run.
And Cass follows.
Yeah, so you make your way inside.
Last time I have a dirt sandwich for lunch.
Keep going. Don't stop.
Oh my
Cass, you
God.
don't have to keep selling it.
Keep going.
He bought it.
Are you sure?
There's hay fever.
And as you make your way
Clay
inside,
fever.
You know I like that.
Boy, I hate myself.
Loading.
Let's keep making dirt-related sneezing puns until I'm all out. Anybody?
More
Talk
dirt
dirty
jokes.
to me, baby.
Yes, Tyler.
all along the walls, it's really unsettling being in there. All of the walls have the same sort of weathered, peeling green and purple paint as the outside of the building did. And the walls are completely covered in shelves of these sort of grotesque toys. And as you follow him inside, he's sort of like waddling back and forth with Piccolo still on his shoulder.
Yes, come in and see what I have. You know, he might be a little cracked in the head, but I think the Burgomaster is right. To defeat Strahd, we need to make everyone happy. This is why I make my toys for all the good little girls and boys. If I can make enough people happy in the village, we can defeat him.
I think that's probably the right idea.
That's the most beautiful thing I've heard all day.
They say, suspiciously.
I feel like Kaz walks up to some like particularly grotesque toy of like a malformed doll or something and goes,
This ought to do the trick.
I am glad you came. I wanted to discuss something with you. Rictavio is my best friend. And
Besides Piccolo, of course.
he was telling me of your mission to defeat Strahd. Is this true?
Yeah, that's the plan.
So if you are going to try to defeat him, that means you must be trying to go to his castle, yes?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. If you go to his castle, I would very much appreciate if you would keep an eye out for something. You see, my master, the great Fritz von Weirg, the greatest toy maker the world has ever seen, once made a treasure for those who lived in the castle. A tiny little mechanical man. He walked around and danced and sung. He was very, very funny to watch. But ever since Strahd took over and no one has been able to go into the castle, my master's greatest treasure has been lost. So if you and your friends mean to travel to the castle and you find this mechanical man and bring him to me, I would be most grateful.
Okay.
Is there anything we can use to identify this rope? Maybe like a
You will
malformed
know
arm?
him when you see him. He's quite a mechanical marvel. A little man, but moves and speaks as you and I do. Can
Yes.
you imagine it?
How did he do that? Is it magical?
He was a toy maker like no other. He wove the very joy of little children into each of his toys, and that magic powered his creations.
And
nope.
it doesn't like open up to reveal a crying baby monster of any kind.
No, he's just a toy. But that is my master's brilliance, that he was so well made. I guarantee he's still just kicking about that castle even as we speak now.
Okay, so wait, tell me again. How did this little mechanical man end up in the castle?
Well, he was made by my master for the ones who lived there.
Who did he make him for?
Well, you know, Strahd and the people who lived there.
Strahd lived there.
Yes,
When
he
was-
lives there still, does he not?
When was this? Was this like a year ago or was this like 100 years ago?
This was many years ago.
How many years ago?
Well, I can't say for sure. My master, see, he was an elf, longer lived than you or I are, so he had been in Barovia for a very long time.
So before you were born this happened?
Yes, I was his last pupil.
Did you ever see this mechanical man?
No, it was lost to my master before I even became his pupil. It meant so much to him, and to have his creation back, I feel would let his spirit rest easier.
Who did he make it for? For Strahd or for somebody specific? Was there a child living in the castle?
I'm sure he wanted to bring joy to them, so there must have been at the time.
So he was an elf. He was really old. How did he die of old age?
Yes, some years ago. I never got to finish my apprenticeship with him, so I have filled in many of the gaps myself, I think, to astonishing success, he says, gesturing to the many toys around him.
The macabre of toys.
That is the most sensical thing I've heard so far.
Thank you!
You're welcome.
So, can I count on you if you do go to his castle? Will you look for the little mechanical man?
Of course.
It would be so happy. You could take any toy you like from Belinsky's shop, or if you bring him to me, you could even have Piccolo.
You just
Offered up
Well,
the
if you,
monkey.
in return, if you wanted him, of course.
How big is this little man? Is he like my size? Do you know?
Yes, he is just about your size.
Okay, that fills me with fear.
That makes two of us. I guess if we're already
But
there.
let us no longer talk of such tasks. You came here because you wanted a toy from Blinsky. And remember, is no fun, is no Blinsky. Please,
Is no blintz.
please, explore my shop and see what it is you like.
I'm gonna look around
Mhm.
and see if. So, do I know that the toys that Bram and Bray were playing with, those were from Blinsky's?
You
They're
would guess.
Okay.
You would guess, yes.
I'm gonna look around and see if does he have toys of Strahd? Does he have like?
Not specifically. Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to look around too. Oops.
No, it's only a 10.
No, you don't find any that look like Strahd. You do, however, find one sort of tucked to the back of a shelf that looks startlingly like a ring.
I knew it!
As soon as you started talking.
I knew it! I'm gonna, can I reach it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say, she's really pretty.
Oh, yes, a little dolly.
Cassie's going,
Oh, actually, I am so sorry. That one is not supposed to be out on the shelves.
Why not?
Those ones I make for a made to order for a specific customer. Well, I'm not. You know, I'm not really supposed to say.
I'm just gonna look at it. When did you make this?
The Ed one? No. Can't say for sure.
Is it an old one or a new one?
Oh, it must be old. Why?
It just looks like somebody that I know.
It does? Phew.
Me.
Give me a deception check.
And look, she has my nose. Out of the box. That's a natural 5. She looks like my mother.
That's
You only get one of those randos.
that's a 6.
What do you say? And then she looks like...
Just well, maybe not. Well, you know, me if I had less green skin and were shorter and not black hair and no tusks.
Well,
narrower nose, narrower jaw.
if I am imagining you without all of those things, I guess I could see the resemblance.
Right?
Resemblance.
You know, I have not been to my home in a really long time. And the truth is, and when I say truth, I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth.
Ooh, sneaky, sneaky.
It's too cool. It's too cool not to. Yeah, it's too cool not to let you do it.
Does it have like verbal and material
it does,
components?
But, who cares? That's cool. So
Should I look at it and try and come up with a clever way to make it work?
No,
Rule of cool. Go ahead and do it.
Rule
Okay, so I'm gonna say,
suggestions.
They're more like guidelines.
and the truth is, and I cast Zone of Truth, and the like eraser dust kind of.
He's gonna know that you're casting a spell.
He is.
Yeah, he's gonna know. You know when you're in a zone of truth. But I mean, do it if you want.
Okay, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, an affected creature is aware of the spell.
Okay, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, this lady really, really looks like my mom. And I haven't seen her in a really long time. We've been separated by a war. And I'm wondering if you would tell me the name of the person that you made this for, because maybe they know where she is.
Give me a deception or performance. As you cast the spell around him, you go, ooh, pretty sparkles.
Wait, so are you deceiving him in your zone of truth?
It's not good.
While in the zone, Kaz.
I'm tremendously uncomfortable and I don't know why I said that out loud.
They're both -1. That's a 7.
7.
I have an inspiration.
Ooh.
Can I reroll it?
Well, if you want to.
I didn't like how you said that.
Why?
How should I?
You can use
it if you want to.
Yeah.
There's
Yes, you may.
What? That's genuinely just true. I'm not trying.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
All right, Trevor, you did it. You talked her out.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I cannot resist, little girl.
I get that all the time.
Oh, wow.
You have to promise, though, that you will not tell anyone I told you.
I promise.
I make these dolls for Isaac, the Baron's man. He tells me how they should look, and I make them for him. I don't know. He's not a very happy man, so I thought if I could give him some happiness, I could try.
Do you make them specifically the ones that look like this lady?
Mm-hmm.
How many have you made for him?
I don't know. You know, I've made them for him for a long time.
Isaac's a freak!
Thank you for telling me that. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Can I please keep this? How much is it?
You can have it. I can always make more.
I'm going to give him 1 gold anyway.
Okay. You do so.
I'm going to give him 1 gold.
Piccolo takes it as you hold it out.
I'm going to look at Kaz.
Good choice. She's beautiful. She looks just like me. We could be sisters.
She does. You could. And I'm going to put her in my bag. Are you looking for anything in particular?
No.
Okay. Are you ready to leave?
Yes.
Kaz, bro, Kaz.
I need more Team Kaz and Winnie. I'm going to reach up to shake Mr. Blinsky's hand.
He takes it and with both of his hands and shakes it vigorously.
I'm going to shake it, and as I do, the eraser dust that kind of goes down his arm and sucks back into my hand.
Mm-hmm.
It is so good to have customers here. You are such nice people. Thank you for visiting me.
You're really, really sweet. Thank you for telling me that stuff. That's really helpful. And thanks. You know what? I bet it's really hard to keep up that attitude all the time of trying to make people happy and trying to make fun things even when it's not very happy or fun.
I think it is easier to try to be happy.
Okay. That's good.
Cass just gives him a big toothy grin that doesn't quite meet her eyes.
Goodbye!
Thank you, Mr. Blinsky. We'll be back.
Until next time.
And you go. Great.
I think as we're leaving, at some point, Kaz picked up Winnie. I was like, I don't really know when I did that, but okay. I hear you talk with Arena sometimes about doing girls' trips and stuff, and I hope they're not all like that. But even if they are, I kind of still had a little bit of fun.
Right now you had a little bit of fun?
Yeah, it was nice.
It was nice. Maybe we should come back again sometime.
No.
Okay. Your choice next time.
Okay.
Okay. And when we get Irina back and we have girls' night, you have to come.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I get to pick that one too?
Sure.
How's your right hook?
Everything's very good.
Okay, we'll do something else then.
We're on our way back.
Left hook.
Right. Let's jump to Artemis heading off with Rictavio, making your way through the streets to the Arisec courtyard, or stockyard, excuse me.
Could I snag a little chunk of liver from the wolf before we threw it in the stew?
It's up to Drogar.
Are you with me or no?
Are you with me or against me?
Don't deliver, that's the best part.
Answer the question. As he holds up a Glock 9.
The Goon father.
I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse.
Jesus.
Deliver or the Glock.
Jesus.
Well, I'll take the Glock. This seems pretty useful.
That's what I call firearm.
I shoot him with an actual gun.
My human gun.
With a human gun. Go ahead.
So I'll come up to Drogar and
And when you walk in, you see way more fucking food than the wolf was supposed to provide.
And I'll look around and I'm like, well, I don't know where the hell all this food came from, but it looks like maybe now you can spare a little bit of that liver so I can feed our friend Teef.
I think I could look the other way.
And I'll kind of wink and just scoop it up and walk on my way with a nice bloody liver in my arm.
Insert my hands inside this animal and tear out its liver.
It's really hard to whistle when you have dragon lips.
Oh, yeah.
I was trying, but I kept laughing. I couldn't do it.
Oh no, I accidentally set the kitchen on fire.
Oh no.
I kind of give you a wink and give you the thumbs up. And
All right, so I'm on my way with Rictavio and a nice juicy liver.
So yes, you do. You make your way through town to the stockyard, to the big sort of approaching that sort of big covered wagon that starts to shake as it did last time as you begin to approach it. Rictavio, as soon as you're in sort of hidden amongst the stacks of the stockyard, he takes his hat off and appears as Rudolph.
I was surprised, but also not surprised that you took such an interest in Teef.
Yeah.
Beautiful creature.
I must say, I am very flattered. I am hopeful that he will be very helpful in our upcoming tribulations.
That makes two of us.
And he goes around, unlocks the huge padlock on the back of the wagon, and that little ramp comes down, and Teef, just one giant paw at a time, makes his way out and turns again, focusing those like really calm, steely eyes on you. He pauses for a moment and like drinks you in for just a second, and then goes back to just not giving a shit about anything else.
And at that, I'll just pull out the liver and just hand it to him, kind of place it, and maybe step back.
Mm-hmm. You do so, and he pads forward. Every time he puts a feet down, it's like a there's just so much power in his. You can see like there's so much power in his body, even as he moves very calmly over, and just with one lick of his huge barbed tongue, like picks the liver up and just slurps it down, almost like essentially whole. And he makes, a couple like mouth sounds. His enormous saber teeth sort of gleaming in the little bit of light that is surrounding you. And then he just looks up at you with his big eyes, again, sort of appraisingly, and he says, "I think he would let you pet him if you want."
So yeah, I'll real slowly approach with my hand outstretched.
Mm-hmm.
Let him sniff my hand first.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll just slowly give a little scritch under the jaw.
Give me a animal handling check.
No!
What happened?
It wasn't.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Could have been worse.
Most of the time, checks like this are just to avoid complete disaster.
That's a 10.
Okay, that's fine.
Because I got a good animal handling.
I can vouch for you. Holy shit.
Yeah. He lets you, and as he sort of like tips his chin towards you to take in the scritches, he sort of does that thing that cats do where they press their head into your hand, but he's so strong that he like pushes you back a little bit actually, and you have to like re-find your footing. And all the while, Rudolph is like, "So, you need not give me all the details, as they may still be fresh in your mind, but you were gone for quite some time. Does everything go okay? Is there anything I need to know?"
I think we made a strong ally.
You found the boy, then?
We did. He seems to be agreeable to our plan.
This is good news.
Mm-hmm.
Were you able to recover the gem?
We were.
Even more good news, even further. I'm quite surprised. I would have thought, being in isolation visit for 10 years, I would have thought it would have been like, you'd have to pry it from his cold hands. I'm quite impressed.
It wasn't easy, but my friends are persuasive. They broke through.
That is the difference between you and the ones who have come before. You have strength. No doubt about it. But many of the heroes brought here had strength. You have something else. You have a mercy and a kindness that is centered as the heart of your group. That might just be what saves us.
And seeing this, I imagine like Artemis is kind of scritching teeth, like kind of looking at him, looking at his eyes, and looks back up at Rudolph and goes, "That's what I hope. I hope we can bring happiness and hope to the people."
Me too, my friend. Me too. We endeavor on.
That we do, and hopefully with new friends.
I must say he has taken quite a liking to you. If you wish to visit the stockyard and see him, provided you bring something to offer, please feel free to do so without my company.
I would love nothing more. Thank you, my friend.
But of course, there's much yet to do, but it is important to recognize small moments like this. Drink them in.
That it is. I do find it's helpful to find a little bit of happiness in times of darkness.
Undoubtedly.
Well, should we get back to the blue water and see what everyone else is up to?
Of course. And so, yeah, maybe you spend a little more time just hanging, just letting teeth sort of stretch out. But yeah, you get a good sense of him and his personality and his sort of behavior hanging out in this little brief session, and you make your way back to the blue water eventually with Rictavia.
Heck yeah.
Great.
All right.
Great.
Nice.
Let's jump too.
Oh, right. One jump ahead of the
So Callister, yeah. So your plan. What's your plan? What do you want to do?
Yeah.
As people, we're jumping around all through time, but as people disperse.
So there's one of two routes Callister's going to take. He's either going to ask around town to find out where Izak is, or he's going to try to see if he can spot him from the rooftops.
Okay. Which would you like to do first?
Let's try to get a little information.
Okay, so walking around town asking folks?
Yeah. And I'm going to be discreet about it. And so
well, let's do it. Yeah, so you walk around the streets for a little while, and there's a few people still making their way through the streets. And just sort of you come across, sort of passing in the street, an elderly gentleman with a big sort of stained white shirt and a little vest over it, as he makes his way through the he's peeling, he's like peeling an apple as he makes his way through the street. What would you like to do?
I go, an apple in Barovia? You must be a wealthy man, sir.
Well, it's this year's ration. Thought I might enjoy it.
Well, enjoy yourself. And I put my hand out and I go, I'm Callister.
Bedouin. Pleasure.
Yeah. Me and my gang, we're new to this area.
I can tell.
Yeah. But I think we've done a little bit of good. If you remember those 3 dames that wreaked havoc.
It's hard to forget.
We're the ones that held the line against them.
But of course, I remember you. You helped us bury the bodies. I'm so sorry I forgot.
It's all right. That apple's very distracting.
Much tends to blend together here day to day in Barovia, but this is wonderful. Well, by all means, then here, would you like some? And he starts
that's all yours, mate. But the one thing I am curious about, me and my group have been very troubled by the lack of presence of the guards at the gate. And just today we found out that the Baron isn't having the city pay for its food and its rations, and the folks are going hungry.
Yes, the grumblings grow louder every day.
Right.
The people are becoming quite unsettled.
So I've set myself a personal mission to try to figure out what's going on here. I've spoken to a couple of the guards. They don't seem too thrilled about their orders themselves.
Well, no, I wouldn't imagine they would be. But I don't think any of them would disobey the Baron.
Right. What other choice do they have with Izak?
You know more than you let on.
So, have you seen Izak?
Well, I try to avoid him best I can. He spends most of his time up at the Burgomaster's mansion, sometimes coming down to the city to, check up on things.
And Callister goes into his bag of holding and pulls out his notebook. And he goes, yeah, of course he's the Burgomaster's right hand. If I wanted to, let's say, get a better understanding of Izak's goings, where would I start to look?
It's his job to keep sedition down in the city, so...
I've been told.
If you were... if word were to get out that there was some sedition afoot, you can guess Izak would be there quite quickly. But you are playing a dangerous game, my friend. Dangerous one.
Right. I've had a couple run-ins. I've danced at tango, and I've learned to be more careful with my steps. So, I'll tell you this. You come across any information that might be useful to getting these guards back up on the gate, me and my crew, we frequent the Blue Water Inn often. We're trying to get some people around this town to start making better choices to turn things around. So if there's any information you have that'll be useful, leave it with Danica.
I will remember your name.
All right? All right, Callister puts his hand out.
He takes it and shakes it.
All right, and then as he's leaving, Callister flips him a couple gold pieces. 5.
5 gold pieces. Is this that came from elsewhere?
It's just like the money I have. Yeah, it's not that other stuff.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Well, actually, it could be. That's in standings. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So then that's I'll keep track of that.
Whoa. When do we allow Callister to hold our gold?
It's not your gold, bro.
I thought Drogar was the holder.
Drogar suddenly reaches into his pouch. Where did all the money go?
It's not your gold, bro.
Yeah. Okay,
It's
great.
Callister's secret
Great.
pouch.
Secret stash.
No, I cannot accept this.
Callister's already gone.
Oh. Give me a stealth check. To Batman away from this guy.
Tell me, have you ever danced with the devil by the pale moonlight?
Where is he? Swear to me. Where's Ison? Where's Ison? I'm not wearing hockey pads.
All right, I think my stealth.
Where's Arita?
Yeah, so let's see. Stealth plus 9.
Why does
so
that
I have
sound so
a
much like me?
23.
Nice.
Yeah, he looks down and is transfixed by the amount of money that you've just given to him, and as he looks up to say, "Yeah, you're gone," like Batman. Awesome.
All right. And I scour the roof,
Mhm.
and I go on the rooftops, and I'm headed to the Burgermasters,
Okay.
and I'm keeping an eye out on the city while I'm headed there from the rooftop.
All right. Yeah. Give me a investigation check.
Okay. Tonight is lovely.
Working for you tonight.
yeah.
It's working.
The gas is broken. The gas is broken.
It's been broken.
So that's a 25
25.
plus 6, baby.
So you hop from sort of rooftop to rooftop, making your way through the city.
Yes.
And actually, it isn't too long before you spot him.
Oh my god.
Moving down the hill through that sloping street that heads up to the Burgermaster's mansion, you see him. And you can see people he kind of, if there's other people on the road as he makes, they immediately make themselves small and move to the side. And he just walks calmly down the center of the street, down the city, and, kind of turns off down a smaller side street. What do you want to do?
Yeah, and so Callister has been making his own map of the city and the places he's been.
Mm-hmm.
And so for now, he's going to document what he's doing in his paths through the city. And he's trying to see if he can get an understanding of what Isaac's being in the middle of doing and what his plans are.
Okay, so do you want to follow him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you do so. He winds his way through some of the sort of smaller back streets. And things kind of get a little quieter as you move away from sort of the main thoroughfare of the city. There's 3,000 people that live in this city, just for reference. You've spent some time here now. You're guessing it's somewhere in that ballpark. And you see, he goes to a door of a small sort of rundown house. And first, he just knocks. And then just sits there quietly for a moment, waiting, presumably. And then he just knocks again. Okay, your turn. And then the other monstrous hand rises, and the door shatters. Oh, shit! The door shatters into 1,000 pieces, and he makes his way into the house, and you can hear screams come from inside.
Oh my god.
What would you like to do?
Oh my god!
Can't Grandpa Monko. Callister bounds off the roof.
Oh my god.
And dies.
Callister bounds off the roof. Finds this is what he's gonna do.
Okay.
He's gonna bound off the roof.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to find some coverage, and he's going to snap his fingers, and he's going to produce the Baron's voice around the other side of the building, going,
Isaac, I need you!
Okay.
And he's going to hide for cover while he's doing this.
This is minor. What are you doing? This
I'm doing minor illusion, yeah. Wait, did I upgrade my spell to... I think minor illusion should do it.
To major illusion?
Sound
Did
or
I?
image of an object.
I would extra minor illusion.
I would spend the major on
Big
this.
hole illusion.
No, I didn't change my spells up.
Screen.
Big ass illusion.
Extra strong
I can produce a voice.
minor
Yep.
illusion.
Okay. How close are you to the house?
So, like, what I'm thinking is I bound off the roof, and I'm, like, right by the doorway, and I look for some kind of cover I can find right by the door, and then I snap my fingers and make the voice appear, like...
So you're
further.
right by the house.
And I'm hiding.
Great,
Yeah.
great. Okay, you're trying to hide. Give me a stealth check to try to hide.
Come on.
Do I get advantage since I'm hiding before he even knows I'm there?
Sure.
Man, that's a generous
17.
DM.
Right.
Man.
How many beers have you had tonight?
Just the one.
It makes sense. Oh, two 17s.
Wow.
Weird.
Wow, okay.
And because you've been doing such a good job of sort of mapping the city, so you're
Mhm.
starting
There you
to
go. Okay.
get an understanding of it.
Plus, effectively, you
So
didn't
I
have
got-
advantage
I
'cause
got
you
a
rolled 17
26.
twice.
Okay, great. So you manage to hide and you cast minor illusion. And so as you get down off the roof and you make your way over to the door, you can hear after Isaac moves inside and just shattering the door into 1,000 pieces. You can hear other voices coming from inside. You can hear a man and a woman's voice. And the woman is screaming, and you can hear the man's panicked voice, just shouting, "No! You misheard. It wasn't us, Isaac. I promise. We love the Baron. We love all of the festivals. We would never do anything to harm him. Please." And at which point you do your minor illusion, and everything falls dead silent. And then you just kind of hear the creaking of the floorboards as he turns around inside, and you can see Isaac make his way back out of the door. You feel relatively confident that you're still hidden, but he makes his way back outside, and he just stands there, and you kind of watch from your hidden vantage point.
Oh.
He just stands there, and you hear just like a little as the wind picks up for a moment, and you can hear whimpering coming from still inside the house a little bit. Now, you know, as well as I do, the Baron is not leaving his home. I only know one person who makes noises appear where there really are none.
This motherfucker's smart, too. Oh, no.
That's right, ladies.
I know that you are hiding, and I only hope you have a good view. And he turns around and starts going back into the house.
No.
I immediately pop
shit.
out of where I'm hiding.
Oh.
Okay, what do you say?
Fuck.
Oh my fucking god.
No.
I immediately pop out where I'm hiding, and I go, you caught me red-handed, Mike.
And he just, you can't, so he was doing this thing, right? Like he was turning back around, and as you pop back out, he just kind of goes like, and starts turning back towards you.
And I said, I'll tell you the truth, Mike. I don't know what your business is in there, but I do know your Baron has some business with a lady walked in. Me and my crew are trying to figure out how to dispose of her, let's say. The only thing I want is the guards back up at the gate. I don't know what's going on with the Baron, but we're not trying to go after him. We're just trying to get the guards back up at the gate. And we know for a fact, because this sneaky rogue here himself has seen Lady Walkturn lie in bed with her deceased husband in straw by the bedside, keeping him going. So forgive me for my deception, but I think we have some goals that are quite aligned.
Okay. Persuasion.
Dan, roll high.
This is a real roll. Give me a persuasion.
If you would please. Wait a second.
I got a 27.
What?
Wait, 8. I can't do math right now. 26.
18 on the die.
I got a 26 plus 8.
Wow.
Wow.
If there was ever a time to roll high, Dan.
Fuck.
Damn.
26.
Damn.
And I'm actually telling the truth for
I
once.
know you are. I know you are.
Did we just adopt Ezek?
No.
I doubt that, but
And I won't be mad.
Are Ezek and Pasha brothers now?
Are you my new daddy?
He's always been
Thanks,
daddy.
Dad. I'm not your dad. Okay.
I'll be your mother now.
Take an inspiration, Dan.
Whew.
And
you saw Lady Wachter with the devil.
I would say with my own eyes, but they weren't quite mine. I'll explain to you what happened. So, Baron told us one thing about Lady Wachter. I wanted to find out for myself. I scaled her building. Through my familiar, I had him do some snaking and some peeking. And what I saw literally almost made me get rid of my lunch from prior. Her husband is still in the master bedroom, and she still lies next to him every night. And Strahd comes by, and the best thing I could describe it as some kind of gentle repose. But instead of something life-giving, it's black, it's dark, it's not right.
So what are you going to do?
We've heard tales that she does some kind of ritual on the new moon. Me and Mark gang, and I take a look around to see if anyone is around who might overhear this, who might be like allied with Wachter.
Yeah.
And I go, me and Mark gang plan to crash this ritual and see what exactly her source of power is. Even her own sons aren't on her side.
Okay. When are you going?
The first new moon.
Mhm.
I think that's 2 weeks.
I will join you.
And then I take a second and I go, I appreciate that, and I apologize for my deceptions. You're much brighter than I thought, mate.
Mhm. If you ever try to fucking spy on me again, I will rip your intestines out and feed them to you.
Somehow I already knew that. And then I go, do you care about the town?
No.
Do you care about the Baron?
No.
What do you care about?
I don't know.
Does the Baron have someone you care about?
No.
Why are you so allied to him?
You can pay for things. I was going to kill you, you know.
I know.
No. Well, we're done. Go.
Pleasure doing business with you. Wait. I don't go. I go,
Something else you needed?
what is that in there? And I point.
The people?
Yeah.
Oh. Sedition.
What do you need to leave them alone? To be satisfied that things are sedated?
Mm-mm. It's not my job.
What do you mean?
Not my job to make bargains. It's my job to keep sedition down.
Right. And so, what do you need in there for sedation to be kept down?
Their scalps.
Mate, I can't just leave and have that happen.
It's up to you.
Oh God.
What's their crime?
Oh God.
Sedition.
How?
You're thinking too much about this. We just got to a nice place. Now you can either go and let me do my job, or you can stay, and you know what happens.
How much money would it cost for you to
Go or stay.
leave them?
Go or stay.
Oh,
I can't.
Oh, Cal.
I can't.
Oh, Cal, man.
I can't.
I don't have very much patience.
I don't think I'm gonna go, mate.
Is roll for initiative. And we'll pick that up next week.
Oh no!
Didn't he say they were scalpers? Scalpers are like the scum of the earth. I can't get a GPU for shit.
No!
It was nice knowing you, Callister.
Bye.
Oh no!
How close are any of us?
We're not that far away. We're not that far away. We're not that far away. Oh.
Very far away.
Kids,
We'll
that's why.
pick it up there next week.
That's why you always choose neutral as your alignment.
Oh no!
I can't just go.
I know you can't. I know you
I
can't.
can't just go.
No, you can't.
That's good D&D though, man.
Oh,
That's
boy.
good D&D though.
How far away is Teep?
Yeah.
We're on our way back from the toy store. Maybe we can.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Oh, God.
The Critical Fail DM Strahdcast features Dan Ison as Callister, Ned Pryce Iannacone as Drogar, Campbell O'Hare as Winnie, Kay Devine-Jones as Kaz, Tyler Kanter as Artemis, and me, Trevor William Fayle, as your DM. The Strahdcast is edited by Kay Devine-Jones and designed by Dan Ison. Curse of Strahd and its original characters are the creative property of Wizards of the Coast. These are no rabble of mindless orc. These are our patrons. Folks like Caitlin Stair, Caitlin Armstrong, Josephine Brooks, Julie Worley, and Simona Leche. To directly support the show, you can head over to patreon.com/criticalfaildm and subscribe starting at just $5 a month. You'll instantly unlock over 25 Goon exclusive extended gameplay video clips, including Callister's fateful talk with Ezek, a bunch of episodes of Goon Talk, our patron-only talk show podcast, Kay's Keeper Notes from our Call of Cthulhu campaign, Madness and Mercy, and so much more, with new stuff being added every week. You'll be sent a code for 15% off everything in our merch store, etsy.com/shop/criticalfaildm, where you can still pick up a Goon Pin button pack featuring adorable art of the party by Rose and Pomegranate. You'll be invited to our private Discord server where all of us goons love to hang out, and you can join play-by-post D&D sessions with the Gaggle, a community of nerds that regularly display levels of kindness and joy I frankly thought impossible on the internet. If you're not ready to support us financially, there are still plenty of ways to help us out. You can follow us on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at CriticalFailDM, binge Madness and Mercy on our YouTube channel, and join us there every other Sunday at noon Eastern Standard Time when we do live listens of new episodes of the Strahdcast. Or rate and leave us a review wherever you like to listen. Thanks, Dungeoneers, and take your day with advantage.